Yes, I'm talking about Parachilna, Prairie Hotel Parachilna, where the crows fly backwards. I'm talking about the backwoods, west of the Flinders.
Now, it would be impossible to see all of the great things that this state has to offer, but there are a few iconic experiences that no one should miss, and I'm ticking off one today, the Prairie Hotel at Parachilna. It's a cultural crossroads where the desert meets the ranges in one of the oldest landscapes on Earth. And for decades, Jane Farger and her family have been welcoming travellers to this unique watering hole. So, Jane, when you first took over the Prairie Hotel all those years ago, what did you expect?
We were looking ourselves for a place of good times, good food, just as locals, and that's really the formula that we really have chosen to have. Genuine outback hospitality and good food, and that's really led on then to comfortable accommodation and a whole list of other options that we now offer.
Famous for its feral food, the Prairie is often named one of the unmissable gourmet and outback experiences in the country, and the menu's always changing.
We'll always continue with our Prairie feral food, but this year we've just introduced a new retro-style menu, warm braised lamb shoulder, lemonade scones at the bar. So we're really trying to bring back some of those traditional recipes that people might associate with the country.
And traditional art is also a strong focus, with the renovated dining rooms now doing double time as gallery areas.
People have really warmed to the fact that they can experience the outback in a wonderful location, but also where we offer the modern comforts or expectations, the surprise of a great coffee, an extensive South Australian wine list, good food and good conversation.
You'll also find some incredible fossils on display here, because the Flinders Ranges is home to some of the oldest fossils ever discovered. The secrets of this site in the Ediacaran Hills are being uncovered by a combined team from the South Australian Museum and NASA. Professor Mary Droser explains why this is a very special place.
Our work is funded by NASA, and that may seem really strange, but actually NASA wants to know what to look for when the rover lands on Mars, and what is it? And this is the best record of the dawn of animal life, of life unfolding on this planet. And this area here in South Australia has the best record in the world. It's your backyard, you know, and so it's extraordinary that it happens to be here, and I come a long way to study it here, you know, all the way from California, because it's the best place to look at life unfolding on this planet.
Well, here I am on a high point in the Flinders Ranges, and it is absolutely astounding to think that 500 million years ago, I would have 20 metres of water above my head. Professor Jim Geeling heads up the team from our museum. His vast knowledge and passion for the Flinders is so infectious that I just had to pick his brains. Jim, when I look at this, I see a spectacular mountain landscape, but as a geologist, what do you see?
500 million years ago, we would have been right on the edge of what was then Australia. So Victoria, New South Wales and most of Queensland didn't exist. And what we're seeing in the Flinders Ranges is the ocean floor, and then it was buckled up and thrust into this elongate mountain chain. So this is a major suture. It's a wound, if you like, between the old part of Australia and the bits that have been added on since.
My understanding of Wilpena is that it's like a bowl.
It is. Another way of thinking of it is as a cupped hand, and we're looking at one edge of that cupped hand, and each of those peaks that you see is one of the fingers, and it's now being squeezed up not as simple folds but as a block is rising out of the earth, much like a cork out of a bottle. And this is one of the only places on earth where you can come and see it all laid out. You can drive through the Flinders Ranges and see each layer stacked on top of each other, and each layer is like a page in the history of the evolution of complex animals. We wouldn't be here today if they hadn't survived in this ocean.
So take a moment to ponder that the next time you find yourself driving through this awesome landscape, a place which seems to lure people back time and time again.
There's a true spirit in the Flinders, I think. It's just an amazing landscape. Parachilna, we like to promote, is where the desert meets the Flinders Ranges, and I think just those amazing panoramas of the ranges and the desert landscape to the west. And for a lot of international people, this is a vision that really encapsulates their expectation of the Australian outback. So for me, I think that's really what makes the Flinders such a special place.